boy Paul. So let's get into some mess of the mess. So we got messy blog moments, baby. I said, oh, it's a lot of things that's been going on. And I said, oh, here we go again. I said, happy Monday, everybody. I said, let's get down to the mess. First up, let's figure out what we getting into first. Let's see who we should start off with. Let's pick. So, track and field star Norwell. I want to say it's Norwell. I want to say that I'm pronouncing his name right. I know I'm not. But he actually, congratulations to him. He ended up winning his fourth world title when it came to the 200 dash, 200 mile. Yeah, track and field. I said he won again. So congratulations to him with his world title for him. Let's move on to the next. I said because it was track and field this weekend too, actually. I know that the U.S. I know they did the tag team portion because I watched. He was a part of that, and I think they did win. Did they win? I think they won first place in the baton, if I remember right. But that was a sad note. But let's move on to the next. Let's get into baby. Let's pick something. Let's go ahead and get Fox News out of the way. So Fox News reporting that the White House is actually. Let me make sure I got this down here because I wrote it down so I don't forget. Okay, so the White House is reporting that they are, well, Donald Trump is, that the TikTok thing ain't over yet, and I think the date is coming up soon that there's a deal going through where the algorithm will be under the federal government control, is what's being reported by the White House, and Fox News reporting it too. So I'm like, okay. I said at this point, I said you might as well say it is under this control, because I said when it comes to TikTok, I said I'd be confused. Because it's like a lot of things you can't do on it's certain things you can't do on TikTok. If you're giving your opinion on something that actually happened, that is on the news, you giving your opinion on that and whatever, you're flagged. Or you're flagged. First you're warned if that's your first time, then you get a strike your second time, and they can decide if they want to either ban your account or delete your account after that. You can appeal it. Your appeal may go through, it may not. It depends on whoever's running the appeal for TikTok. So it seems like the United States, the federal government do have control, I believe, already, when it comes to them saying, the White House saying that they are almost had a deal with the algorithm for TikTok. I said they kind of do. They've been had it for about a minute. I think they may have had it secretly since Donald Trump brought it back. And they're just playing it off like, oh, they still working things out. Because you can't do a lot of things on there. You can't speak your mind. You're allowed to do certain things that is crazy. Like you allowed to show stuff that you shouldn't be doing on there, if you know what I mean. Yes. And I'm like, this is crazy. I said, what? Like, what is this? So, that's what's going on. Fox News reporting that, there's a deal still going through supposedly in the United States. Federal government will have control over TikTok soon. But y'all let me know how you feel about it. But let's move on to the next. Let's get into streamer and YouTube, popular YouTuber. Her name is sssniperwolf. So she was on what is it, Cashapp, on his streaming, where she sat down and she actually talked about, because I don't know how long she's been divorced from her ex-husband. This man is actually suing her for the rest of her money. Like he done took half in divorce, and now he turned around. He want everything. He want her accounts because she must make a whole lot of money from streaming and YouTube because she's supposedly very popular. I never heard of her, but you know she doing what she do, and her ex-husband want it all. I said, dang. I said, girl, you need to get you a good lawyer, couple of them. I said because I be trying to get my money back from the divorce because he's a petty. That's a petty man. That man way petty. He didn't got half in divorce. She talked about on when she was on Cashapp that he got half in the divorce. And he wanted the rest of her. He trying to destroy her. And I was thinking, like, when I heard this, I was like, maybe she can just, I know if her fans are truly her fans on everything that she has, then she can rebrand. And if they truly her fans, they would join the new brand she come up with. But it's a 50-50 chance that that may not happen. But it's petty that this man is that salty. Like you got half. Move on. But good luck to her. I hope she got some good lawyers. I hope things work out because that is some petty. I said that man got some issues. But let's move on. Let me know how y'all feel about it. But let's get into some mess of some mess. So apparently, if you're married and your wife you married, you separated, you going through a divorce, and the wife is pregnant, yes, with a baby, the husband is actually considered the pappy. I said, well, in some states in the United States, it is happening where you can still be you could be separated and everything, and still your husband still be considered a pappy. If the person that they were with, they didn't, with whatever, didn't sign the birth certificate and stuff like that. Other than that, some states actually said that the husband is the daddy of the child. I said, oh, and you're responsible for the kid, even if y'all get divorced. I said, dang. I said, dang. I said, oh. So a lot of people will be rethinking getting married. I doubt it. I doubt it. Love. People can't live without love, so they gonna keep getting married and they gonna deal with the consequences. But that's what's going on there, and I'm like, oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I said, oh, baby, I don't know why you told these women that. Some of these conniving, dirty down women, oh, this right up their alley. Oh, they gonna get them a billionaire. But I'm being silly. But moving on to the next. Let's get into the last thing that I got up, and that will be we had immigration patrol ended up arresting an immigrant who was fighting Washington, D.C. wildfires. Why it was ablaze. And they arrested this person. I don't know if it was a man or female. They arrested them while they was trying to put out a fire, a forest fire. I said, wait a minute. I said, not on the job. Like, they actually trying to save lives. And y'all actually going to arrest this person while they are doing a real serious job of life and death. Because they're immigrant. I said, that to me gave me more ICE dressed up in immigration patrol. I said, this is crazy. Like, y'all really are losing y'all mind out here. I said, like, that was a situation that wasn't called for. They out here fighting wildfire. Something that I don't see them patrol officers doing. Wasn't even an attempt. But they out here doing it. and you just gonna arrest them in the middle of trying to put out a fire that's been going on for so long, and they trying to get under control. Make it make sense. I said these people don't make any sense at all. Like, this stuff has to stop, but we know it's not going to. And all we can do is make the changes that we can when it's time to vote. Locally, and when it's time to vote, on the major scales. I said we have to make the changes. We have to. We can't just look past and say, "Oh, that's not gonna happen to us," because it is. Don't matter what your skin tone is. Don't matter. You just have to make the changes because it's not right. But that's all that I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will get back at y'all later. It's your boy Paul, and see y'all.